Your bed can be soft and still feel like the day has not ended. You turn off the big light. You lie down. Your body is tired, but your eyes still meet the small things beside you. The phone with one more message, the charger cable, a book left open, a water glass, tissues, medicine, lip balm, a receipt, a hair tie, maybe yesterday's clothes on the chair, close enough to see from the pillow. None of these objects is a problem by itself, but together they tell your brain, stay available for a little longer. In a calmer bedroom, sleep begins before the moment you close your eyes. It begins with the last signals the room gives your body. One Japanese word that helps me think about this is kuuki. It can mean air, mood, or the feeling in a space. We do not need to turn it into a big lesson. At the bedside, kuuki is very practical. It is the small atmosphere your pillow, lamp, phone, and nightstand create at the end of the day. If the bedside area is crowded with decisions, the bed may feel less like a place to rest and more like a desk that happens to have a blanket. Today, I want to share 7 gentle bedside habits inspired by Japanese home life. Not rules, not a perfect sleep system, just small changes that can help the bed feel like the day is allowed to close. The first habit is to clear the first thing your eyes see from the pillow. Lie down for a moment and notice where your eyes naturally land. Maybe they land on the phone. Maybe on a pile of books. Maybe on a glass that should go to the kitchen, a tissue box, a bottle, a note, or a chair with clothes on it. The first sightline matters because your tired mind does not need another task at the edge of sleep. It needs one place where nothing is asking for a decision. You do not have to clean the whole bedroom. Start with one object in the first place your eyes meet. Move the receipt. Close the book. Put the glass on a tray for morning. Turn the chair slightly away if the clothes cannot be handled tonight. The point is not to make the room empty. It is to stop the last visual signal from becoming a quiet command. The second habit is to move the phone out of arm's reach. This advice is common, but the reason is often said too harshly. It is not because you are weak for checking your phone. It is because the phone is designed to stay useful, interesting, and unfinished. Beside the pillow, the phone becomes many rooms at once. Workplace, newsstand, family message board, calendar, camera, clock, shopping street, and memory box. That is too much for one small table at night. Try giving the phone a sleep distance. Across the room, on a dresser, in a tray by the door, even one step farther than your hand can reach. If you use it as an alarm, keep the alarm, but remove the reach. Let your body feel that the bed is not the place where the world can keep entering. The third habit is to keep only one sleep support object beside the bed. Many nightstands become crowded because every object has a reasonable excuse. Water, because you may get thirsty. Tissues, because you may need them. Lip balm, because the air is dry. A book, because reading helps. Medicine, glasses, a notebook, earplugs, hand cream, a candle, a second book, a small dish, another cable. Each object makes sense. Together, they create scanning. Choose one object that truly supports your sleep tonight. Maybe it is water, maybe a lamp, maybe tissues, maybe one book. The other things can live nearby, but not all on the bedside surface. A drawer, a small basket, or a lower shelf can hold the backup items. When the top of the nightstand has one clear purpose, your mind receives a simpler message. The fourth habit is to give tomorrow's items a place away from the pillow. Tomorrow often sneaks into the bedroom through small objects. The watch you need, the notebook for the morning, the clothes you might wear, the medicine you must remember, the paper you do not want to forget. These objects may be useful, but if they sit beside your pillow, tomorrow begins before today has ended. Create a small tomorrow place away from the bed. It can be a tray on a dresser, one hook, one chair, or one corner of a shelf. Put morning objects there before you lie down. This is not about hiding responsibility. It is about giving responsibility a boundary. The bed does not need to hold tomorrow's instructions. It only needs to hold your body. The fifth habit is to close books and papers before lying down. Open things have a special kind of noise. An open book says, continue. An open notebook says, think more. A loose paper says, decide where I belong. Even if you are not reading them, your eyes understand the shape of unfinished attention. Before sleep, make a small closing gesture. Put in a bookmark. Close the notebook. Stack papers face down. Move one bill or receipt out of the bedroom. If an idea is still moving in your mind, write one short line and close the notebook after it. Do not keep negotiating with the page from the pillow. The sixth habit is to make one soft light signal. A bedroom can be tidy and still feel alert if the light says the day is still active. Bright overhead light asks the body to keep doing. A small warm lamp gives a different message. Lower, slower, finished enough. In many Japanese interiors, the feeling of a room is shaped gently by indirect light, paper screens, warm lamps, and shadows that soften the edges. You do not need a Japanese room to use this idea. Choose one soft light signal near bedtime. Turn off the overhead light before the last few minutes. Use one warm lamp. Face the light toward the wall instead of your eyes. Let the bedside area become less useful for tasks and more useful for rest. This is a small way to change the kuuki of the room. The seventh habit is to leave a little empty space on the nightstand. This may feel almost too simple, but a clear patch beside the bed can change the whole feeling of sleep. When every part of the nightstand is filled, the eyes keep moving, object to object, edge to edge, reminder to reminder. When one small area is empty, the eyes have somewhere to stop. This is close to the Japanese feeling of yutori, a little room, a little ease, a little space that does not need to be used. Do not fill the whole surface because it is available. Leave one corner open. Leave space around the lamp. Let the water glass stand alone. Let the top drawer hold what the surface does not need to show. The bedside area does not have to be perfect to help you sleep. It only needs to stop asking so much from you. Tonight, do not try all 7 habits. Choose the first object your eyes meet from the pillow. Move it, close it, or give it a place for morning. Then let the nightstand stay a little quieter than it was yesterday.